Boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm ForceWare and welcome to BenchART. So, some days ago, more than a week ago, I decided to run the benchmark tool of Borderlands 3. And unfortunately, the results that I got in there, it was a little bit disappointing. Despite it was playable between 20 to 30 frames per second, the reality is the game was with exact the minimum settings. Although I decided to start play a little bit of the game and try to investigate how it runs. And the game, it is not as demanding as the benchmark tool. Well, yeah, there is a point in game where you get to those scenarios where the benchmark tool runs and the game effectively can get as much demanding and as you got on the benchmark tool. But not all the environments will be that demanding. For example, the beginning of the game, you can actually play the game sometimes even at 40 to 50 frames per second and all the time above 30s. So the game, it is not that demanding as the benchmark tool in all environments. Do you understand that? So yeah, basically some environments are very lightweight and some others are as much demanding as the benchmark tool. So because of that, I decided to raise some of the settings that were, you know, making a mess of my head. Some of those were the texture filtering. I was using linear, which was the minimum, and I decided to raise to anisotropic filtering 2 times, which makes the textures considerably better looking on the distance. Also, I did change the shadow quality, because the shadow quality on low, there is a lot of squares and a lot of pixelations. It is very distracting, and so I decided to raise to median, which makes the shadows much more soft and smooth. And the only cost in frame rate for changing those shadows, it was just 1 frame per second. So the shadow quality, it is not that demanding on this game, and that is the reason why I decided to raise from low to median settings. So pretty much that's all that I want to talk about the performance of the game. Alright, about the game itself, it seems that the game was actually not as well received as Borderlands 2. It is considerably more demanding than the other Borderlands released. It is using Unreal Engine 4, so it is way more demanding than all the other Borderlands that you did play. So it's not that easy, and you saw on the benchmark tool that we needed to play with the minimum settings possible. But I have done this video just to tell you that in fact it is not as much demanding as the benchmark tool. At least not all in all environments. And for example, in this beginning of the game, it is perfectly playable with these settings. Unfortunately, I wanted to raise more of the resolution scaling, but it wasn't really possible, since the game only allows between 50%, 75% of 100%. And unfortunately, I decided that the best solution for this game, it is to be playing at 50%, because 75%, despite it is playable on this first area, further and further on the game you encounter more demanding environments, and 75% of resolution scaling will bring your frame rate below 30 frames per second, and sometimes even worse than that. Alright, so if you want to buy this game, you can get this game from Epic Store at the moment. It will come to Steam, but it's still not available at the time of the video. I'm expecting that they release the Steam version by the end of the next year, or in the next year I mean. But by now it is only available on Epic Store, and you can buy the game from $59.99. I think it's a very expensive price. And if you want to buy through great market stores, probably you can get for 40 euros or something like that, which I think that it is considerably much more cheaper, but it is also much more riskier. So guys, that's all that I want to talk about Borderlands 3. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the gameplay that I have in here. I have pretty much 20 minutes of gameplay, I mean 15 minutes, which is actually very good. And I'm pretty sure you are going to enjoy it. And that's it. Guys, thank you a lot for watching, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Great. I'm sure there's some people on the moon who didn't hear that.
Relax. On Pandora, it's actually super weird if something's not exploding. Now take your gun, recruit. You're gonna need it. These guns, like myself, aren't beholden to their primary function. I can dance and sing. And some guns now include an alternate shooting mode. Try it out. Follow me, recruit! here. I'll talk my way in, become their king, and then you'll surprise slaughter them in cold blood. Watch and learn, recruit. Hello? Anyone there?
This is Shiv, holy influencer of the children of the vault. What do you want, Crampot?
Hello, bloodthirsty maniac. It is I, Claptrap, Slayer of the Destroyer, and Super General of the Crimson Raiders. We have you completely surrounded. Open the gates now, and perhaps I will be merciful.
Yeah. Let me think about that.
They might call themselves Children of the Vault, but they're still bandits, and bandits are incredibly stupid.
Okay, we're going to surrender. Please don't kill us, Crampot.
That's what I thought. Open the doors immediately for your new king.
Easy. I'm coming out. Just wait right there.
We did it! I did it! Another victory for the Crimson Raiders! Hey, I feel funny. What's happening to me? Ah! Ah! Ow! I exhausted.
Kill the heretics in the name of the Colossus. My reward. Lay down some heat. Purpose.
Let's crack on!
The ball to wing. The faithless must die. In glory I fall. Feel our power. Not getting shot today.
This will be just for the crack!
For safety's
Take this ammo, recruit!
coming at you, ball thief! Shot more! I am older than you know! For the goes!
Heal your wounds, recruit!
But you're gonna be my new chamber bot! I'm gonna boop in your head!
No! Recruit!
I know Claptrap can be a little claptrap, but he's still one of us. You're gonna have to save him. I'll be there soon.
Give me a second! I will prove myself!
Use this help! I need you alive to save me!
This can't be how you saw this going.
Recruit! There's no way your supple and delicate body can survive a showdown with shield unprotected! Look around for a shield! shield in that special red chest over there.
Saw gathering dust in the dust. Wanna eat every single day? Then fight. Now it's
You got a shield! Now you're invincible! Not really, but it just might keep Shiv from killing you in one hit! Now let's see you in there, recruit! Hey, Shiv! All your dumb friends are dead! I challenge you to a trial by combat! But because I'm stuck to this magnet, my loyal champion shall vanquish you in my stead!
Come on in, heretic! I haven't met my sacrifice quota for the day! I'm gonna sharpen my blade on your spine! You will know pain! This is our world now!
Out!
The twin gods compel me!
It's a beautiful day. Seemed like a nice enough fella, all things told. My kind of maniac.
Score one for the Crimson Raiders. You and Claptrap secure the area. I'm on my way.